YouTube? It's your girl Chic from Chic Speaks. Come on in, come on in. We have a 20-minute full body HIIT workout this morning. Come on in, come on in. There's nothing to it but what to do it. Please come on in. Like, share, and subscribe. Join if you're able to. If you're not, it's okay. If you are able to be a part of the replay game, that's awesome. But as I like to say, do what you can. Just do what you can. It's just about moving. I want to encourage you all to move. That's what it's about. It's about moving. That's the only way you get results when you're trying to transform your body. You have to move. You have to be willing to do the work. So come on in. We will be getting started shortly. Come on in. Make sure my lighting's good. Come on in, like, share, and subscribe. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Amy. Good morning. I hope you all are safe out there. The weather didn't do us all that great overnight in most places, or a lot of places at least. I live in Georgia, so I hope you all are safe and well. To get started, this is a 20-minute HIIT workout, total body workout. If you're interested in transforming your body, burning fat, this is a great workout for you to do. Simple, nothing too deep, nothing too deep. So join me if you can. Join me if you can. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Join me if you can. Welcome. Please like, share. Make sure the camera's straight. Good morning. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like the video as you come on in. Good morning. I hope everyone is safe. It's a rough night with the storm. I hope you all are safe. You and your loved ones. It was a pretty bad storm. A lot of power outages. But we're going to keep going, right? We're going to keep going. Good morning. Good morning. It's a great workout. Definitely give it a try if you're unable to do it right now with me. Be a part of the replay gang. Definitely give these exercises a try. If you're interested in transforming your body, these are great exercises to do. Total body workout. Definitely, if you're also interested in losing a lot of belly fat, I know that for a lot of women, this mid area is an area of concern for a lot of women. So most of my workouts heavily target the abs because it's an area of interest that I have. I like to keep my stomach flat, so I do a lot of exercises that focuses on my stomach, my abs, to maintain a flat stomach. Just my personal preference. And from what I hear, a lot of disease and things sit in the belly area. So you definitely want to watch that area if you have a lot of fat buildup in this area. So these are great exercises that can help you get your midsection together. It's nothing deep. It's pretty much repetition. Very simple. You just have to put the work in. You can do this, I'd say at least 4 days a week, 20 minutes, 15 at least. You should see a difference. So again, it's going to be about the consistency, the frequency. So I think for me, a good sweet spot is 4 days a week. So that's more days than not with working out. I feel like if you work at least 4 days a week for like 20 minutes, reduce your food intake, just kind of cut back in some areas, you'll start to see some results. And when you start to see those results, I say increase whatever it is that you're doing. So double your workout time possibly, or double the amount of days in a week that you're working out. If you start to see results, that's if you kind of want to amp it up and you see, hey, I found something that works. So if you find something that works, you know what you need to do, right? Find the recipe for success, you know what you need to do. You keep doing that. Makes sense to me. Figure out what works for you, but only way you know what works for you if you give it something to try. That's the only way. Good morning, good morning. Let me know if you have any questions. When I conclude this workout, I can read your comments and questions and do the best I can to answer them for you. The knowledge, the information I have is based off of just what has worked for me over the course of about like 20 years. Fitness has been a part of my lifestyle for about 20 years. Squeeze that core in. The secret to these exercises is as you're doing any of them, you want to engage the core. Squeeze this core tightly. That's how you're activating your abs, the muscles. If you're interested in building the muscle area, you have to engage the core. Engage the core. Good morning, good morning. How are you? Where are you located? Let me know where you're located. And as you're doing these workouts, you can feel the muscles that are being engaged. You can feel the muscles in the abs that are being engaged as I do these exercises. So if you do the workout, you're going to get the results. You just got to do it. You want to stay vacation ready at all times. Whew. It's a good workout. I am sweating. That's what you want. That's how you know you're doing something. You're burning fat. You're sweaty and wet. That's when you know you're doing something. That's when you know you're doing something. Whew. Working today. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Friday. It's payday Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome to any of you who's joining my live for the first time. Welcome back for those of you who are returning. Welcome, welcome. As I say, there's nothing to it but to do it. To get results, you have to be willing to put in the work. When concluding a workout, you want to stretch it out. You don't want your muscles to tighten up. You want to actually enter any type of physical activity with the stretch. You want to loosen up those muscles, those joints. Get them ready, warm them up to prepare for the physical activity you're about to engage in. It's important to continue to do things like this because as we get older, our muscles and things start to kind of tighten up. And that's why you see a lot of elder seniors where they're kind of stiff, can't hardly move because what they say, use it, lose it, or use it or lose it. So if you're not activating certain muscles, you're gonna lose it. And that's why, as we get older, we can't do things like we used to do as a kid because we stopped being as active as we were as children. And the older we get, a lot of times, the more we slow down. And I come out here to show you that just because we age, it doesn't mean that we have to just stop moving. We may not do it on the level that we did when we were younger, but it doesn't mean that you have to just stop altogether. Because when you stop altogether, guess what? It starts to show. It will definitely show. Make sure you stay hydrated. Water is like energy to the body. You need to stay hydrated because it's going to get you through the physical activity that you're about to partake in. So make sure you drink water. Water is also great for mental clarity. So if you're just going through it, you may even be dehydrated. So try drinking water in those moments where you feel like, things are just tough, from a mental, emotional standpoint. Drink water. Water is great for that. Exercise as well. When you're going through it, you just feeling like, listen, life is just life and it's just hard. Get up and move and exercise. It's a great way to clear your mind. Exercise and drinking water. They pretty much got the same actually benefits for the body. So if you know that, you do that. You exercise and you drink your water. Let me get through these comments. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Amy. Pearl, you say, hey, Chic, dang, I'm out and about right now. I can't work out, but I really caught a workout. But I really finally caught a workout live. Yes, you caught me live. I hardly ever really schedule these workouts. If I do, it's not really a lot in advance. It's usually no more than an hour in advance because just with my schedule, I try to get it in when I can. So I just go live. So some people are able to catch me live and work out with me, but I'm okay. If you want to be a part of the replay game, it's just right now, I try to get a workout when I can. So it's not exactly on a schedule, but typically it's going to be in the AM. It can be as early as 6:30 or as late as like 11. So that's typically when I work out. Amy says, I wish I was in a position to work out right now. That's all right. Be a part of replay gang. Divine Empress, hello, said, hey, she can chat, getting the kiddo started on the work, and I'm working out with you. I hear that. Definitely join in. Amy said, now I'm going to have to get my workout on. First, I need to get this crick out my neck. Yes, first things first. Amy said, I definitely replay when it's time. Do that. Belly fat is my struggle. Yep. All the exercises that you really see me do are heavily like focused on the belly fat, just because it's just an area that I like to continuously just work on, because, you know, as we get older, over the summer, I learned about this whole menopause belly thing, child. I didn't even know that was a thing until I started talking to the girls, and I'm like, what? But it's not a struggle I have, but it's a struggle I don't want. You know, I'm in my early 40s. I'll be 43. I'll be 44 next month. I'm 43 right now. So, you know, I'm in that phase of my life to where it's like, okay, you know, your metabolism starts to slow down. And I just don't want to just start having, you know, just weight just pile up on me just because my metabolism's slowing down and I'm not as active. So to offset that, you know, to boost your metabolism, so I'm gonna be like, okay, my metabolism is just slow. How can I boost it? You can boost it by working out. Exercising helps to boost the metabolism. Exercising boosts the metabolism. Also, there are like some foods and things that you can eat that can help with that too. So Google foods that I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but I believe like eating blueberries. Like, so if you do eat like oatmeal or something like that, put blueberries in it. I've done that over the years. So just research ways to boost your metabolism, because you can boost your metabolism. You can, you know, rid that fat. Listen, you can do it. You just got to know what to do. From an exercise standpoint, these exercises that you all see me do will definitely help with this section. You know, my results is from the exercises that you all see me do. We like to call it in the South homegrown. Literally everything I do is just done at home, not even in a gym. I've had my seasons of working out in a gym during my 20s, but it's like once I got in my 30s, I'm like, I kind of transitioned to doing other things. I like to be outside and walk, and then you all see me work out, you know, in my home on live. So figure out what it is that's going to work for you, and the only way you know that is to try. You have to give these exercises a try and see, you know, give it time to give you results. So I'd say if you work out at least 4 days a week for 20 minutes, you know, starting with the exercises you see on my channel, because I have a variety of different types of exercises, because, you know, one may not work for you. So over the summer, I tried different types of exercises, Pilates, HIIT, Tabata, just different types of exercises. So therefore you can try them and see kind of which one you took a liking to. And if you found one you like, you know, you do that exercise and you do it, do it long enough to try to see results. I feel like with working out, if you work out consistently for a good 2 weeks, you should see some type of change in your body. 4 days a week for 2 weeks, minimum 20 minutes. So to add to that diet, I get asked, hey, Sheik, what do you eat? I eat whatever I want, but I do it in moderation, and I intermittent fasting, so I go several hours in between meals. I don't eat breakfast. It's rare that I do. So with that being said, my first meal is typically in the afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock, around that time, going into dinner time. So if I do eat as late as 3, a lot of times that might even be my only meal for the day. But I don't really eat more than 1 to 2 times a day. I'm not a 3 meal a day type of girly. I've been that way for years before I knew intermittent fasting was a thing. I just never was like a breakfast type person like that. So I think that also has helped with me manage my weight over the years, because I don't eat a lot of food. So be mindful of your portions. When I go to restaurants, I have my portions on my plate. I rarely eat all my food on the plate at one sitting. I eat maybe half, probably even a third, depends on how much, they give me. Because y'all know in the USA, they're heavy on the portions, more so than many other countries, which is why our population is like in the overweight, obese category at the numbers that they are. And we eat far too much food, like as far as with quantity. So for me, I eat what I want to eat, whatever that may be. I love my breads, my pastas. Listen, I love that. Cookies, cakes, but everything is just moderation, it's just small amounts. So because I do it so little at a time, it's not kind of sticking like that. And then as you see, you all, I'm pretty active. So each day, I'm pretty much doing some type of physical activity, whether I'm working out in front of the camera on live or I'm going and doing an intentional walk somewhere. If I do an intentional walk, I like to walk minimum 3 miles. I love to walk. That's actually my favorite type of exercise. And during the pandemic, I dropped maybe about 20 pounds from walking alone. I had gotten up to 146 going into the pandemic, just getting comfortable with life, and then when the pandemic hit, I upped my walking game, and next thing you know, I was just down like 20 pounds, y'all. Yeah, so that's what happened with me during the pandemic, whereas a lot of people gained weight, I lost weight because I was walking, and really it was rooted in, it wasn't nothing else to do, so I'm like, well, I'll just go for a walk in the neighborhood. And that was my way of getting out of the house. And when I did that, I ended up just losing a lot of weight, and I never put that weight back on. But I pretty much just got back down to my natural weight that I should be. It's just that I just had gotten into a season where, everyone around me was bigger than me. And I just got comfortable, And then even when I was at 146 pounds, I still was the smallest in my circle. But I never really felt comfortable with the extra weight, but it was just something different that I did with my body to put the weight on because I was always so used to being so small. So, I just got comfortable and just like, okay, we'll just see, how it goes with the extra weight on. And, I just never fully felt comfortable. So, I'm at my comfortable spot right now. Typically, I'll weigh any day between 127 and 130. So that's kind of like my comfort area as far as for my size. I'm small, so this is what feels comfortable for me. So you have to figure that out for yourself. What is your comfort weight? What is your healthy weight? So even beyond what you're comfortable with, from a medical standpoint, what's healthy? What is the recommended weight? Because sometimes we want to get caught up in, well, I like having all this extra, but is having all that extra healthy for you? So you got to find a balance there. You got to find a balance. So just wherever that balance is, where you're like, okay, it's healthy and I'm happy with how I look, then you good. Because what good is it if you like, ooh, I like how I look, but then from a health standpoint, child, your days are numbered. You ain't gonna be around long enough to be still taking in how you look, right? So be smart about it. Use common sense and discernment, child. Hello, hello. Angie says, I'm going to replay this when I wake up and try it. Thank you, Sheik. You're welcome. Hello, David. You said from Australia. Welcome, welcome. Kimberly said, thank you. Why Fizzle said, it's 3 a.m. here. I'll do this later. Yes, get it in. You're inspiring. Thank you, thank you. Amy says, I can attest to that. Brianna says, hey, Sheik. Hey, Brianna, how you doing? Brianna, where are you located at? I forgot to ask you that. Where are you located? What state? Where are you? Pearl says, I'm almost home, though, and you're almost done. Pearl says, also, Sheik, what time you going live today? Because I have something to say. Not something to say. Pearl says, you look awesome, Sheik. I want to look like that. Great at 44. Thank you, Pearl. Oh, Brianna, you're in Georgia with me. Okay. So you're here. You're in Georgia. Okay. So, yeah, you're local with me. Let me see. Pearl, am I going live today? So here's the thing. I'm actually preparing to travel. I'll be going on vacation. So I'll see, with how I get things, and lined up with preparation for my trip. That I'll be on for the next week. So, y'all, I'll be out of commission for a good week. So I may go live later, but it just depends on how things line up. Because today, the weather hasn't been that great from a storm we had. So I got to get some last minute things going. Hopefully I can get outside and go run some errands. So I may go live, but I may not. But just check, look, make sure you have your notifications on so you'll know if I do go live. So just be on the lookout, because I am preparing to go on a vacation. So I will be out of commission for a week. My anniversary, 20-year wedding anniversary is October 1st. So I will be on vacation for an entire week. So yes, it is that season for me. 20 years, child, 20 years married. So I'll try to tap in as much as I can before. Don't know if while I'm away, if I'll be able to tap in. But otherwise, if y'all don't hear from me, spread the word. Sheik is on vacation, a much needed vacation. Pearl says, okay, safe travel. YouTube doesn't notify me though. I just happened to see you were live. I've been hearing that a lot with people, that they say they haven't been getting the notification for my content. Don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about, but I'm not the only content creator that ever experienced that. I've been hearing that complaint for years. Thank you, Pearl. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I always say, hey, try unsubscribing and subscribing again. But usually maybe it's just because my channel is growing. I usually hear that issue with a lot of people who are like, larger content creators, where they'll, people say, hey, I don't get your notifications. So yes, so just try to be on the lookout. If I do go live, it would definitely be like in the evening time, probably like after 5. Pearl says, enjoy your time off. I will. I definitely will. Thank you. You all, continue to, to be watchful. Y'all know y'all have no problem getting in my comments. Let me know what's going on out there. So yes, while I am away, definitely, Pearl said, YouTube be hating. It seems like it, because I wasn't having these problems prior to hitting 2,000. I promise I wasn't hearing anyone say, hey, I'm not getting notifications, but it seemed like since I kind of hit that 2,000 mark, then I kind of started hearing that. So if you do want to get any messaging to me, comment on my videos, because I do see that. And as you see, I try my best to respond to comments on my videos. So comment on my videos and I'll see that. But I'll try to tap in when I can before I leave, and then just look for me to be back on it when I return. So it'll be after like October 6th. So probably as early as Monday. Probably October 7th will probably be the earliest that you might, hear from me as far as a live, or even doing any type of workout content. We'll see. So you all just try to make sure your notifications are on, just in case you happen to get the notification. But you all know what it is when it comes to this physical workout. Whether you see me up on live, that has no bearing on what it is you need to be doing. You know what you need to be doing. Do the work. Minimum 4 days a week, 20 minutes. Cut those portions. So with that combination and drinking your water, you should be good to go. Do it for a solid 2 weeks, and you should start to see some changes where you're noticing shrinkage, and if you're, like me, take before and after pictures, do body measurements, measure your waistline, and, if you want something like, something concrete to measure things by, if you don't want to just go off of just how you look. Hell, your clothes will tell it. Just when you put your clothes on, are they fitting differently? So there's just various different ways that you can tell if something is working for you. So, but consistency, like if you do those things that I say to do, you'll see results. But I definitely ask you come back and share those results, report those results to us to motivate the next person, because there's always someone day one. Each day is someone's day one. So don't worry about trying to match up or line up or be on track with the next person, myself or anybody else. We're all on our individual journeys. We spend so much time showing up for other people and not enough time showing up for ourselves. I see that so often. I've experienced that. And I've been in my season for a little while now with just showing up for myself. You can't be everything to everybody and everyone. You do the best you can, and you have to protect your own self, your own mental health, your own peace. That comes first and foremost. Just remember that you got to make sure you're good, because you can't be anything for anybody else if you're not good. So make sure you're good. And what are those things it'll take for you to be good? So we got to make sure our mental health is intact. If you all follow me on my long form content, I review the popular YouTube channel, Queen of Kings. It's heavy on the mental health. We talk a lot about that. Mental health is real. There are a lot of people out here going through things, and it's far too many that are not getting help for it. They're just trying to cope and make it do what it do on their own. And child, it is not working. It is not working. Even if they may think it's working, the people will tell you if it's working based off of the results you get from people who you encounter. The way people respond to you, it'll let you know if what you're doing is working. If their people aren't responding to you the way you'd like for them to respond to you, then it's time for you to maybe do something different. And I had someone in my chat say one day, and I'm like, wow, that's deep. She was like, it's just her mom. Her mom used to tell her, if more than 3 people is saying this one thing about you, then it's true. And I'm like, bet, I like that. Because so often we think, oh, I'm good. You know, I don't have anything going on with me. But then multiple people are saying the same thing. And we can spend all day long trying to defend it and try to prove the people wrong. But what are you getting? I mean, you're just getting the same results, right? So if you're interested in getting different results, really hear what somebody's saying and try to make some changes until you're no longer getting that type of response from people. Listen. And as Dr. Phil used to say, how is that working for you? How is that working for you? If what you've been doing has not been working for you, if you're not satisfied with your results, it is time to do something else. Kiki said, hey, Chic, hello. It's time to do something else. If it hasn't been working, child, it's time to move on. It's time to do something else. And that's okay, you know, because that's the only way, you know, life is just full of trial and error. That's just with anything. Relationships, workout, you know, working out, content creation, anything. If it's not working, move around, try to do something else. Yeah, it's just try to do something else. It's just not working, and that's okay. Just don't be in a state of denial and want to try to keep forcing something when you know you're not getting the results that you desire. So remember, first and foremost, protect your peace. Protect your peace, and it starts with your mental health. Then that impacts our physical. When our mental health isn't here, guess what? It starts to show on our body. With the weight, with our skin, you know, it shows. Like when you're not good, it's going to show in your body. It's going to eventually show in your body. You know, you ever see people and be like, oh my goodness, they don't look good. You know, what's going on with them? Because a lot of times, you know, from a mental health standpoint, they're not good. They're not good. So take care of your mental health. When you take care of your mental health, it'll have your eyes to be open more to take notice of the things that aren't quite right in the physical, and then you'll be ready to put that work in, because that's what it comes down to, putting the work in. No one is exempt from it. It's the recipe for any type of success. You got to be willing to put the work in. What you all see with me is a result of me putting the work in. I choose to come on camera to show you what putting the work in looks like what it looks like for me. So for some of you, putting in the work may look very different. So what does putting in the work look like for you? Because when you put in the work, you'll get the results. You'll notice the results, and guess what? Other people will notice the results, and they'll have questions. They'll want you to show them how they too can get the results. That's how it goes. You know, people love a good testimony. People are always here for a good testimony, but the good testimony comes when you've put in the work. A good testimony comes when you've put in the work and when people have taken notice of your results. Because a lot of times we encounter people, we meet them when they're in the season of celebrating their wins, not when they were in the trenches. So stop and ask someone about their story so you can be motivated to keep going, so you'll know that, okay, they too came from humble beginnings. Because typically someone doesn't turn our head until we've seen their results, right? Like, we didn't see it when they was like in the mud, like getting it. We didn't see that. We saw when they were winning. So it's like, oh my God, I want to win like you. And when we hear their story and they say, well, I had to do this, this, and that, we're like, oh my, I don't want to do all that. And it's just like, well, it wasn't no Beyonce, I woke up like this. Like, this is what happened. This is the background. So listen to someone's, you know, story and be here for it, and, you know, and decide if whether or not you're willing to put in that type of work, you know, and it may or may not be as challenging for you, but just know that more often than not, anything worth having isn't going to come just easy. It's going to be work. It's going to feel like work, but eventually it will not feel like work. Just like with working out. Day one, your day one is always the hardest. But once you get a routine and, you start to see the results, it won't feel like work anymore, because you'll be like, okay, you'll be amped, you'll be motivated to continue to do it because you're getting the results that you desire, you're getting the response from people that you desire, and it motivates you to want to continue on. That's how it works. So be your biggest motivator. Put in that work and get motivated by your results. Because when I say do it for a solid 2 weeks, see some changes, that should motivate you to say, bet, let me keep going, because I've been doing this for 2 weeks consistently, and you might even see the results sooner than that. I'm just saying minimum 2 weeks, but you might do it for a solid week. Make some changes with your diet and exercise routine and notice some changes. I'm just saying, just continue to do it. Don't do it after you'd worked out a day or two and you're like, I don't see anything. Continue to do it. Do it for a solid 30 days. Over the summer, I had a 30-day body transformation challenge, and the purpose of that was to show people that in as little as 30 days, you can transform your body. And it wasn't about after the 30 days, you just kind of stop. It's to show you that, hey, as little as 30 days, you can transform your body, and therefore it should motivate you to want to just keep going, because it's like, bet, if I was able to do that in 30 days, what can I do in 60 or 90 or 6 months? That's what it was about, to just charge you, to get you excited, because it's nothing like getting excited from just seeing the fruits of your labor. That's what keeps us going, because a lot of times we want to throw in the towel. We're like, damn it, I'm doing all this and I'm not reaping no benefits. I don't see, with things, that's naturally, how we want to react to things. But you got to give it enough time. And many of us don't give things enough time to really see results. We give up very quickly. So do something different for a good 30 days and see how it works for you. Take pictures of yourself, in the beginning. Get on the scale, do body measurements, try to put on some clothes that you can't fit, to see how far you maybe, how it goes in 30 days. Try it again and see if you're able to get into, those particular clothes. Or if it's still, not enough weight loss, you can see wow, well, I got the pants up higher than I was able to get them before, or the shirt, button up higher than I was able to before. It's just those little things, whatever it's going to take for you to take notice that your body is changing. That's what I'm saying. So whatever that is, figure it out, because your body is going to change. You'll see it. You'll see it in your face. Your people will see it. Just give it a try. Divine says, great workout sheet and great advice. I'm listening in the background. Have a great day. Yes. Thank you, Divine. I just share what has worked for me over the years, and I come out here to motivate each and every one of you. Whether I'm on camera showing you what I do or not, either way, I'm somewhere putting the work in. So you can't benefit from me putting the work in. You have to put the work in yourself. What you can get from me is motivation, and that's what I come out here. I come out here to motivate, because it's a lot of people who lack motivation, and I get a lot of questions in regards to the results that I have when it comes to my body. So being a content creator on YouTube, I'm like, okay, well, let me just document it, and I can put it out here, so I can just refer someone to my channel to check out my content. So if you ever want to work out, in the title of my videos, it'll say the length of time I'm actually working out. Of course, the video time is always going to be longer, but that's because after I do a workout, I talk about what I did. I answer questions. I try to motivate you all. So that's, the back end. So if you want to get the workout in, it's always going to be at the beginning of the live for the fitness content. And as I said, I have content where I do the content review. So you'll be able to tell by the titles what I'm going to be talking about. Original Game said, you always motivate me. Good. I'm happy to hear that. Listen, I say, if I can reach one, if I can just reach one, and that's what it's about, just motivation. Because I know so many people, they don't have anybody in their lives to motivate them. They're just down and out because they're getting older. They have X amount of kids, all kinds of things. And, I have children. I have 3. I'm in my 40s, so I want to show that regardless of whatever your circumstances are, you can take control. If you want to get, change how you look, you put that in your mind and just be willing to do the work. If you've been doing the work and you're getting some type of results and you're like, oh, I want more results, hey, amp that up, double that up. Work out more. If you've only been working out 3 days a week, double it up, do 6. If you've only been working out 15 minutes a day, double it up and do 30. If you're interested in increasing the results, because only how you get the results is if you put the work in. So just because you're aging, the clock is constantly turning, it doesn't mean that you have to look like you're aging as quickly as the clock is turning. You can kind of age backwards and be on a different wave, like the clock going this way, but you can kind of be slowly. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Just it's like, okay, I'm be 44 next month, but I'm in control as to like what that will look like for me. I understand I do not look like your average 43-year-old woman. So when I turn 44, I'm not going to look like your average 44-year-old woman, especially black women, because we hold the highest numbers when it comes to overweight and obesity. Listen, when it comes to statistics, like I'm a numbers person, so my thing is statistic is just that, data. It's up to you on what side you want to be on. All it is data. It's not telling you, hey, these numbers say this, so you will fall into that. No, it's just saying, according to the bucket people have fallen in, this is the bucket they've fallen in. So it's how you perceive them. And I think a lot of times, people may be in denial about, a potential outcome that they may have. So they want to completely ignore it. So you can ignore it, or you can be like, hey, the statistic says this, but I can choose not to be a part of that statistic. So that's how I view stats in numbers, because it, allows for me to say, you know what, if that's what most people are falling into, because what they say, the numbers don't lie. If most people are falling into that, that doesn't mean I have to fall into that. So it's how you view it. It's how you view it. So with my brain, my analytical brain, that's how I view data in numbers. It's not matter of fact. It's saying the odds are. Odds meaning there is a chance. Not matter of fact, but there is a chance. So how are you looking at this data? So it's up to you. Where do you want to fall in the data? Do you want to be on the side that says, you're on this 80% of people who just overweight, shorten your life expectancy, or you on this 20% of people who, are projected to live a longer and healthy life? It's up to you. It's up to you. Life, our life is basically centered around the choices that we make. The experiences that we have is heavily centered around our decisions. So guess what? It starts back here. You got to point the finger back to you. We spend a lot of time pointing that finger, we can do that all day long, but nobody want to really do that, because that's where the real work comes from. So it's just easier to, live in a victimist mindset. And I'm not about that. Like, I'll let you know I'm not about that. And if I see that's what you're on, then that's the quickest way to for me to shut down, because I'm all about solutions and putting in the work to get the results that you want. And that's the energy I give over here on my channel whenever I go live. I have a backup channel now called Chic Speaks on it. So make sure you follow me over there. So it's Chic Speaks, and then add the 2 words on it. So you can find me over there. You can check, there may be a link to that channel. I think on my community page, I put a link on that channel, or you should be able to just type it in the search and come up. So started that a couple of weeks ago. It's another reaction channel, but I just cover just all kinds of just viral news, viral moments. Lately, it's been heavy Diddy related, because he been taking up all the news headlines. It's like, damn, the election. he have jumped in front of, the news centered around the election, upcoming election. So I just cover just viral stories over there. So we have a good time over there. It's, we just get into some things. So if you're interested in anything like that, and just, just having, grown folk healthy conversations, heavy on the common sense and discernment, I'm always saying, ask questions. That's the only way you know. And that's what we do. We do over there. We ask questions, and together we try to, make sense of what the hell going on in this world with these people. That's what we do over there. So that's what I encourage you all to do in your life. Ask questions, because guess what? Smart people ask questions. We're not easily led. We ask questions. And we listen, we hear, and we try to make sense of the information that's been shared with us, and see, child, if we gonna go for that or not. So you do not have to go for whatever somebody tell you. You do not. You do not. You do not. So, moral of the story: put in the work. Put in the work. Put in the work. Let your day one be today. If you haven't started, what is it that you feel like you could afford to change in your life? You know, what is that thing that you like? You know what? I really can do better in this area, because really that really ain't been working for me. Like, what is that? Figure that out. Let today be the day one that you say, you know what, bump that. Yesterday was my last day, or today is my last day. And we're going to do something different, because we want to get different results. That's what it's about, right? It's results. This world is results oriented. It's results oriented, but it's backed by putting in that work. Put in that work. I like to always end by saying, like, go out into the world, show up in the way in which you want people to show up for you. Meaning, go out in the world, be a light, be positive, help someone out. Speak positivity, because I like to say, whatever your thoughts are is true. Whether your thoughts are positive about you, the world, someone else, is true. If your thoughts are negative about you, someone else, the world, is true. Because whatever your thoughts are, that's what's going to show up right before you. And what I call the 3D, it's going to show up, So what we see, our present experience, is a result of our thoughts. So start there by changing our thoughts. So therefore, what we see, we physically see, what we can touch, our tangibles, it's different. It's more favorable for us. So just listen. I just say, just give it a try. Just give it a try. But these are just the lessons I've learned in my 43, nearing 44 years of life. But definitely, first and foremost, take care of yourselves. Put yourself first. As they say on the plane, listen, put your mask on first, because you got to be able to damn breathe before you can try to help somebody else breathe. So you have to take care of you, regardless of what somebody may say or how somebody may get in their feelings about that, about you making a decision to take care of you. You have to take care of you, because guess what? They are taking care of them. They are doing that. So they might be in their feelings about you now doing that, but that's okay. That is okay. What they say, you got to teach people how to treat you. So start setting these new expectations on how people need to treat you. If the way they've been treating you does not work for you, if they don't work for you, you let them know, baby, that don't work for me. That don't work for me. Here's why. And, you give them a chance, opportunity to show up in a different way for you. And if they can't complete the assignment, then you move around and you leave them alone. That's friends, family, whoever. If they are not minor children that you're still responsible for, and they're just grown adults, then yes, you can move around. You can move around. You can move around. People have to earn a place in your life. Nobody is just entitled to have a position in your life because of who they are, whether they're spouses, children, parents. Like, people have to earn the ability to be a part of your life. Like, they have to earn that. And, and they earn that by just treating you with respect, respecting your boundaries. Like, it ain't that deep, y'all. It ain't that deep. So y'all hold these people accountable. Hold people accountable, because people will run amok and do the absolute most if you allow them. We've seen people do that. So today is a different day. Today is a different day. So you all make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's Happy Friday. Hopefully, the storm has passed through everywhere and everyone is safe. But again, take care of yourselves and one another. I am Sheik from Sheik Speaks, and I will catch you on the next podcast. Peace.